Hello everybody, my name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to a new World of Tanks video, and today we are going to play, in theory, my first game for you English people, and actually my second game, so sorry when the title was a little bit misleading. So yeah, I recently just brought the Turtle Mark 1, and this is a big thanks to you as a community, because without your support and without you watching my videos and so on, I couldn't do that basically. And this is a great feeling, and this is why I brought this tanks, to give you a feedback review on it so you can decide for yourself if you like it or dislike it, enjoy it or whatever. So yeah, again, I already made one game in this tank, and it is basically already what I expected. And for the people which really want a really quick rundown, it's a perfect crew trainer for your Badger. It's what you expect from a downsized tortoise. If you enjoy playing the tortoise, this tank will suit you well. The only thing you have to rethink while playing the tortoise compared to the turtle is that instead of hiding your cupola, you have to hide your lower plate, as the lower plate is the weakest part of this tank. So now, again, I kind of lied to you. I played one game, it was for my German community first. Was sadly I lost 3,200 damage, and let's jump in. Let's see how it goes. The first thing, or one of the major things I personally experienced, is that the tank has very bad view range. But then again, I have to say it's understandable, because you can't give it more view range, because then you would kill the 8015, as the 8015 has very bad view range as well. This tank is really an option to the 8015 in the sense. So from my experience, even though I played the 8015 very long ago, and I have to say I'm now backing this statement or more on my tortoise experience, they play very similar. Like, if you enjoy playing the tortoise, this tank is for you, period. If you don't enjoy the tortoise, then keep your hands off. Not gonna lie, it's also rather expensive-ish, like compared to the TL1 LPC package, which was around 40 euros if I'm not mistaken. This tank costs equally as much, and there are better tanks, in my opinion, which are cheaper. Nevertheless, I personally do not dislike this gameplay style, and I'm doing now something completely different. Again, this is a live game, I can do whatever I want. I can write and say, hello chat. I'm trying now to go towards the medium line, even though it's very unintuitive for a slow TD to go onto a line where usually mediums are. There I can stand hold down, and this is the thing, this is the key thing you want to do. And you can also see the speed is lackluster. It's 20 kph, and you will stay at 20 kph. So as we drive towards the position I want to go, we can have a quick look at the armor of the Turtle Mark 1. And most notably, the cupola is very small and very tiny, so hitting it hard. The roof, very weak, 44.5 millimeters, meaning 150 guns and more can auto match it. Not that good. But lower plate, 152 millimeters at a decent angle, depending on how you're standing, awkward, so it can be penetrated. And lastly, there's a small spot over here. It's like the underside of the superstructure, which you can hit with a 122 millimeter gun, even a 120 millimeter gun, overmatch it, penetrate the frontal road wheel, do damage. That's also no bueno. And lastly, there's also these spots over here. However, I think they are much harder to hit than what you would expect. Now this will be rather interesting, because we have some amils back there, and I'm still driving into position. I'm also driving rather aggressively, if I have to say so myself. But then away, I'm going to play it like I would in a tortoise, except for keeping in mind that I have to play hold down to make the armor work. That's the real difference. And this tank plays hold down exceptionally well. It has 10 degrees of gun depression. It has a decent chunk of gun traverse angles as well, and you can see 5.3 seconds reload time. One thing I heard thrown a lot around in the forums and Reddit is that this tank its penetration for a TD is garbage. And I have to say, that's a totally valid and legit statement. The penetration of 224, for a tier 8 TD is bad. But then I have to say again, well, hold up, this is not really a sniper tank, it's a breakthrough vehicle, like what the tortoise and the AT series was built for and is represented as in World of Tanks. And this is why I'm doing this very weird move of just straight up... What did he do? Straight up driving forward. As long as I can stay hold down, I can do the same thing as the Emils do and just show myself to them, and they have no real points on penetrating me. And because we hit parts of the superstructure of the turret ring of the Emil, we were able to penetrate him with damage and detracking him. That is awesome. One thing I really do have to point out about this vehicle is that wargaming has... Oh, excuse me, that you have to keep in mind. If you don't like this slow-paced game, keep your fingers off it. Like, this makes or breaks this tank for you. So please keep that in mind. Aww. I'm not sure if he's fully reloaded yet. To be honest, I do think he is if he's playing this aggressively. But then again, I have to say, look at me. I have a 5.3 seconds reload time. I think this is a little bit bad for you, Mr. Emil. My repair crew isn't up to snuff, to be honest, so that's a little bit bad. But we're gonna get the kill anyway. And there's a turtle themselves, and you can see we might have an issue hitting his weak spot as he's standing hold down himself. And on 400 meters to hit this weak spot is... to say the least, lucky. Oh, wait, maybe we can hit the lower plate. Might be a teeny tiny touch easier, but I personally also don't think it is. As you can see, even though with enhanced accuracy compared to the TS5, it's not that easy of a task. But then again, like, I'm going to borrow something what youuuu once said. You have so many shots, or you have such a quick reload time, you can shoot so much shells, the shell volume, it doesn't matter. Sooner or later you are going to hit this lower plate. Sooner or later you are going to hit this weak spot. But now you will see what is the major problem of the turtle. Our team was too good, it's one of those 15-5 games, and now I have time to talk with you. I hope you're having a great time. Maybe you have something to drink. I had an energy drink. How is life going anyway? Because right now we can do nothing. We can browse Reddit. We can be annoyed about the microphone which is not working, the newer one, or something about my setup which is not working. Yeah, we can discuss things right now because I honestly think I will not be able to get any more damage out of this game. We are too slow, we took the wrong side. In the end, I was hoping for more enemies to stay at our position, like there was a T-44, there were Panther 2, which could be on the heavy side. So yeah, it was a misjudgment by me. First game, 3,200 damage, second game, 1,700. That's definitely not that good. I have to point it out. And so, again, right now I have to just say, if I have to do a really quick comparison or say if this tank is for you, again, I already said it. If you like the AT-15, this tank is for you. If you like the tortoise, this tank is for you. If you dislike those tanks, then keep your fingers off. Also something which I've seen throw around as a argument is that, do we really need more premium tanks? Especially, this is like 2 weeks after the TL1 LPC was put out. And I just have to say, obviously Wargaming is a company, and they have to pay their salaries. However, I don't really like that we have to push out so many premium tanks in such a short duration. It's kind of overfloods the market. Especially as this tank, in my opinion, is armor-wise not that well balanced. I dislike that this tank only has the lower plate as a weak spot. And even this weak spot, this lower plate weak spot, is for lower tiered opponents rather hard to penetrate. And the cupola is most likely just like, you're not going to hit it, it's so small. Sure, it is 76mm thick, but on 200, 300 meters, forget about it. You could see we tried to shoot for it, we didn't hit, so yeah, I dislike this kind of balancing. Anyway, this tank can be balanced by tank guns like the RHM Borsig with the 15cm gun. Even 100 can overmatch this part in general. And the T28 prototype asks if the turtle is a mini tortoise. And yeah, he is right. Again, I personally even think the armor is slightly better on the turtle than it is on the AT-15, which is, in my opinion, a step back to the balancing. In the sense of premium tanks, they should be equal or maybe lower and not better. But then again, this is pure personal opinion in this kind of regard. Pity this game didn't work out that well for us, but what can we do? In the end, we still were not that far down in the, well, how should we say, in the ratings of our team. But again, unfortunate that we just did so little damage, but that's how games goes. I can't always play best. I can't always be the king of World of Tanks. Anyway, thank you so much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe for such videos like this. If you want to see the Turtle Mark 1's armor in a more detailed review, then feel free to stay around because I'm planning to do this video tomorrow. And I'm probably planning to do a fully fledged review on the weekend of the Turtle Mark 1. As in my opinion, this tank definitely deserves a deeper look into the stats, into the feeling, and I definitely have to play more games in it to have a decent feeling for this tank. That is important to me. My name is RagingRaptor. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your love and support. Really appreciated it in my latest video where I kind of had a little bit of a breakdown. I still have to say that it's incredibly hard for me to keep on doing YouTube, especially for the English people, because I see the feedback, and not the feedback, I just see the resonance I see on my German channel with equal amounts of subscribers, and it just like feels so much more what I get in the German than in the English one. It's hard times for me. It's genuinely hard times. Nevertheless, your comments and so on, they were amazing, and I very much appreciate that you enjoy my stuff, you enjoy what I'm doing, and you enjoy my analysis. And for everybody which is now new to the channel, coming from the sandbox videos, I hope you have a pleasant stay with me, and thank you so much. Cheers, guys.